Hey guys, Danielle April here, Mama Fit for Life, and this is my Freedom Friday. I may post it sooner just to get this information out, but as many of you know, I am a mom. I am a team Beachbody coach. I've been a personal trainer for, this is going on 11 years. I was a labor and delivery registered nurse up until I had my daughter in 2012. I did that for about 10 years with internship in school and everything. Um, you know, the topic today is doing your own research and not going for a quick fix. And while I am a team Beachbody coach, this has nothing to do with that. I specialize with women who are pregnant, who are nursing, who just had a baby, who are dealing with infertility and trying to get pregnant. And it is so frustrating to see people go for the quick fix and not care what the damage it is that it's doing to your body or your baby. And remember, when you're nursing, no matter what articles you read, you can take your chance however you want, but you are giving whatever you're taking is going to your baby in one form or another. Obviously, because I do help people with their health and fitness, it is not focused on just weight loss. It is balancing everything: nutrition, fitness, the whole shebang, mindset, getting your mind right, because it doesn't matter how much weight you lose. If you can't figure out what's going on in your head, it's never going to be good enough for you. Even if you lose 100 pounds, if you're 5 foot, I'm 5 foot tall. I could be 90 pounds and horribly thin, way too thin for myself. And if I didn't get my mind right, it would never be good enough. I've been through it. I've been 106 after having my child, and I'm now 125. It's a 20-pound difference. That's a pretty significant difference. And at 125, I'm much more comfortable in my own skin than I was at 106. At 106, I felt too skinny. I felt like people were looking at me like, oh, she has it easy, or oh, she shouldn't be like wearing that bikini, or oh, she just had a baby, she's probably not even eating. All of these negative things were going through my head, and I was in amazing, phenomenal shape. I was in amazing health. I took care of myself. I ate right. I exercised, and here, those were the things that were going through my body. Now, at 125, I'm not eating perfect. I keep a balanced lifestyle. I do exercise, but I enjoy life. And could I lose 5 pounds and be comfortable with it? Yep. But I'm more comfortable in my own skin. I feel confident. I look in the mirror and sometimes I think like, God, why does the scale say that? Because I feel really good today. It's not the scale. It's not the number on the scale. So get it out of your flipping head that what that number is defines who you are. If you are looking at popping pills to lose weight, if it's too easy, it ain't good for you. And if someone's going to tell you it is, they're wrong. And when you go into liver failure or you have some kind of cardiac arrest or something like that because of the crap that you're putting in your body, fine. You don't have to do the programs I do. Because guess what? The people who lose weight and keep it off are the people who educate themselves. The people who learn what the body's response is and learn how to take care of themselves. Because someone can buy a program through me any day of the week. They can get their fitness, they can get their nutrition, they can get me as their personal trainer and their forever coach, they can get their personal development. But if they don't apply any of that, if you don't actually use any of the programs or the products, if you don't actually put the effort in, you are not going to see change. So if popping something in your mouth and you losing that weight is content for you, so be it. But when you have a child, you are nursing, or you are putting someone else at risk because of your choices, you seriously need to check yourself. Because I hear about these things that women are doing, it takes me 2 seconds to Google the ingredients on this stuff and find articles that explain what it is you're putting into your body. And you know what? Someone can easily say, oh, caffeine isn't that bad for you. In moderation, heck, orange juice isn't that bad for you. Unless you're drinking like a whole gallon a day. Milk isn't that bad for you, unless you're drinking it for every single meal. Anything is not good in overabundance. You need a balanced lifestyle. No matter what you do, eliminating things from your life, there's a reason. There's a reason that people that things grow from the ground and grow from the trees. There's a reason those things are there for us. There's a reason that we eat the way that we do. And there are specialty diets, and you have things like paleo and vegan and different lifestyles, and that's great. However, if you're going to go to that lifestyle, I recently watched a great interview with a girl who does a blog, and she totally went vegan lifestyle, but the extreme. And she didn't do it in a healthy way, so she didn't learn the vitamins and supplements that she needed to replace the foods that she wasn't going to eat. So you don't have to eat meat. You don't have to eat, animal products of any sort, but educate yourself on what your body does need. Because right away you might feel great, but eventually it takes a toll on your body. So when you are going to be causing something to affect your child, if you are going to be popping these pills, if you are going to be doing these things, I need you to reflect back and look at, if my child watches me do this, am I comfortable with them doing this same habit down the road? Because every day I look in the mirror, and no matter how shitty I feel, I say, Elle, does mommy look beautiful today? I feel so beautiful today. And by telling myself that, I literally just got chills saying it, because I know that I do that. And you can ask anyone, and it may seem conceited sometimes, but that beautiful little girl, she looks in that mirror and she's like, I am so beautiful today. And I don't care how wrong you think that is, I would rather her be saying that. And I would rather her look at herself and say, my hair looks so great today, because she will never hear me say a negative thing about my body, no matter what I am thinking in my head about myself. You need to evaluate the habits that you are introducing to your family life. What I'm doing doesn't have to be perfect, and it's not perfect. What I'm doing doesn't have to be what you're doing. But you need to see the habits that you're doing and how that's affecting your children and how that's going to affect their future. And the things that you say and you do today is who they're going to become down the road. It is the scariest thing about parenting. It is one of the biggest reasons I did not want to be a parent. And I will flat out say it, because I never wanted to have children, because I feared what my mindset would reflect on them. And every day I have to make a conscious effort. And while I tell myself I'm beautiful and I tell her she's beautiful and it's all good, I curse like a freaking sailor that, it's horrible. And I'm like, oh, Danielle, you've got to fix that, because she's going to think that that's normal, right? And when her dad and I argued when she was a little baby, her first noises were so loud. Everything was so loud. And I'm like, that's because we argue in front of her. She sees those habits. It's not perfect. My life is not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect, nor do I ask you to. But if you're going to skip steps, remember who is watching you skip them. If you're going to do something, research what you are putting in your body before you do it. But because before I stepped foot into Beachbody, I knew I loved the programs because I was doing them before I even knew that they were part of Beachbody. I researched the heck out of Shakeology. Why? Because I, 1, worked with pregnant clients. 2, wanted to eventually be pregnant, and I didn't want to stop what I was doing, because if I can't do it during pregnancy, why the F am I doing it when I'm not pregnant? Right? I work with women all the time on getting off of medication that they can't be on while they're pregnant. Because guess what? If you can't be on it while you're pregnant, the odds are it's going to be hard to get pregnant. And then once you find out you are pregnant, you freak out because you've been on that medication. You cannot continue while you're pregnant. If I didn't throw you for a loop there. Just research what you're doing and what you're putting into your system. I never do the research, and I just sent a message to someone because I was just like, it was literally sick in my stomach thinking that this mom was being advised to take something, and she's a nursing mother, and all I could think of was, oh my God, I can't just assume they're going to do the research, because if they don't and something happens to her or something happens to that baby, and then I think, oh my God, I could have just said something. I'm not going to bash a product ever, ever. And I didn't bash the product. What I said was, I need you to look at this, and I need you guys to decide what's going to be the best for you. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but I do not recommend this. And you can bring this to the doctor and you can ask. And you know what? Doctors aren't nutritionists. They're likely not going to recommend stuff. They're not going to know a lot about it. You got to do your research, guys. Freedom Friday, I'm feeling it from the heart right now, and I'm sharing it with you. And before you put anything into your system, think about how it's affecting your entire lifestyle, your future, your family, your children. I really hope you take this message positively. I know I might get some backlash at the things that I say, but the message has to be out there. We are making mistakes. Not because someone thinks something's right or wrong, but because we refuse to do research to make ourselves realize that the habits we're doing are going to harm us until it's too late and we can't fix it. Till next time, Danielle April, Mama Fit for Life.